Okay, we're going to go through some of the finer settings right now, just to make sure everything is correct. So if you go to say your dashboard, and you go to, let me see here, let me just scroll down, my preferences, you're going to get to this page. So under general, you can change the name of your dispensary, and then session timeout means how long someone can be logged in without any activity before the system boots them out. And that has a lot to do with HIPAA and security. So you can change this, and this is the number of minutes. And then for your order invoices, you can have it start with a different number or a different combination of letters or numbers. So, you know, you may want to start with, ACU or anything. So the invoices will start with that, and then there'll be a random number after that. And then you have a choice for the date and how you want the date to display. And right now, this date controls the practitioner interface, but soon it's going to control the entire dispensary system. And we just know that some people would prefer the month in the middle, or the year first. So you can pick which one that you want. And then you're going to go to your address, and you just make sure your address is correct. And we use this address for real-time shipping rates as your origin address. So it's going to assume that the packages are being sent from this address. And you can look into email and make sure your emails are correct. And we're just going to go through all of these right now. So we have the barcode label sizes. So if you plan on using barcode scanning with your inventory, the system can generate barcodes for you. So you can pick the size of your label. So if you have a specific label printer, so I've picked Brother and Dymo as the two most popular ones, and I have all their label sizes. But even if you have a different printer, you should find your label size here. And if you don't, let me know and I can add it for you. So measurement unit, you actually want to switch it right now to the default system, which is granules and milliliters. And if you wanted to do grams and ounces, so for dried herb, it's actually grams, and for liquids, it's ounces. Some people do it like that. Most people are doing grams and milliliters. We'll save that. Then we have decimal places. So decimal places has to do with the calculation of formulas. So when you build a formula, say it's a granule, do you want it to calculate to the first decimal place or the second decimal place or the third decimal place? I suggest the first decimal place, but like example for raw herbs, we may want to just use whole numbers. So then we've set it to whole numbers. And for tinctures, we may want to do whole numbers as well, and maybe the same for concentrates. So for adding inventory, it's either you can scan herbs or search herbs. Searching means you're going to start typing the herb, and then it's going to show you what's in your herb inventory or herb database. Or you can scan herbs into inventory if you're using barcode scanning. So you can switch between how you want to enter new inventory. Back order days. Back order days is more for larger dispensaries. This is when a patient is going to pay, and what the system does is it takes inventory out of available and puts it into committed. And so it does that so the system won't allow you to sell the same herb twice. And so if the patient doesn't pay after a certain amount of time, then that committed inventory will be put back into available, and so you can sell that. And most likely you won't need that feature unless you're a large dispensary. So herb type setting, if you never sell, say, concentrates, you can just turn it off. And if you never sell tinctures, you can turn it off, and now it won't be shown anywhere on the website, which is convenient, so it won't get in your way. I'm going to turn those back on for now. And then we have formula settings. So this is more advanced, but when you're building a formula, you can have the formula be set at a specific weight. So these are just shortcuts for you. So you'll be able to pick, say, 100 grams, and then your order will be exactly 100 grams. We'll get more into that later. We're going to skip that for now. So we've already gone through that in another video. If you want to turn taxes on or off for products or herbs, you can do that here. And this one setting controls whether this menu is expanded or not. So if we turn it off or it's on, then it's going to show like this. And if we turn it on like that, it's going to show like that. And you can always hide it by using that button. And then I am going to preload some sound notifications into the system, but it's not there yet. But you can add a sound into the system by uploading a little sound file, and you can find them for free online. But in short time, I will add them. And then you can create sounds for like when an order comes in. It will like beep and stuff like that, depending on your sound. And you can set the refill settings for the entire website. So this will control practitioners' accounts, and these will be set as the default, and then the practitioner can change that in their account. Now, if you're a solo practitioner, you can set the refill settings here, and you can also do it in your practitioner account. And if you want to update your password, you can do that here as well. And those are some of the smaller settings just to customize the dispensary even further for yourself.